This video tutorial is all about people and people skills, because sales is a people business. Every single day in the business, selling cars, you're going to be confronted by all different types of people, and they're going to range from different ethnic backgrounds, different social backgrounds, different economic backgrounds, and you're going to have to relate to everybody. If you alienate a certain group, you're cutting off a great portion of your business. So this tutorial, I want to dive into how to communicate with people properly and effectively and be able to communicate with any type of person. And I'm going to break it down real easy. Myself personally, I've spent thousands of dollars and hours studying and educating myself on how to communicate effectively with people, and it's been probably some of the most valuable education that I've taken in personally, because everything involves people. Like I said earlier, all the money in the world is in somebody else's pockets, and if you can't effectively communicate, you're going to be cutting yourself off and you're cutting yourself short. So what is communication? Let's break it down. Let's keep it simple. Communication is simply two terminals. Terminal A, terminal B. A message has to be sent from terminal A to B and then back the other way. If that cycle is not complete, there's not effective communication. I'm going to repeat that. There's two terminals in communication, terminal A and terminal B. A message has to be sent from one to the other and then back again. If that cycle is not completed, it is incomplete and no communication occurred. Take note of that, write it down. No communication occurs if the message goes from one to the other and back to the other. If that is not complete, you don't have a complete cycle of communication. That's major importance. I just gave you $1 million tip right there, that communication has to go both ways. And how can you communicate? Well, verbally, hand signals, the way you dress, the way you look. Those are all methods of communication. Yes, you can text message and email and talk on the phone, but you can also communicate by walking, how you carry yourself. Do you walk with slumped shoulders and your head down, or do you walk with your chest out and your shoulders back? That's communication. How you dress is communication. So it's really important to understand that by reading people is your #1 skill set. It's not fancy closes, it's not anything other than being able to read people and adapt accordingly. Okay? Communication is everything in sales. And what I'm going to talk about right now is just reading people. You know, if you greet somebody, they come to the car dealership and you can't get in sync with them right away, you're fighting yourself and you're not going to be successful to the level that we're talking about here. Okay? Being able to read people while you're closing them in a closing environment. You've got to understand the communication that goes on, whether they're sitting in a chair, they're defensive, their eyes are looking another way. You have to read all those signals, and that's key to making the lifestyle that you want through sales. So what I've developed, and it's a real simple system, and I call it the 10 scale, okay? You want to basically grade people on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being down in the dumps, to 10 being really enthusiastic and upbeat, and everywhere in between. So you personally have to understand that I can't tell you what this is all about. You have to develop your own 10 scale. So you're going to rate people on a scale from 1 to 10. 7 being average, 5 being mediocre, mainstream, the world, and below that is down in the dumps. So someone at a #1 is like this. Guy walks into the dealership, I need to buy a car. There you go, down in the dumps. He's a 1. Someone in the middle, maybe a 5, is like this. You greet them, hey, welcome to the dealership. They're going to respond. Hey, what's going on? Hey, okay, yeah, I don't need any help. And they go on their way. A 7 might be something like this. You greet them, hey, welcome to the dealership, sir. Hey, how you doing? What's going on, man? Just looking today. Here's a 10. Hey, welcome to the dealership. Oh, hey, how you doing? What's going on? Hey, you know, I wanted to check out that new blah, blah, blah car. That he's way up there. He's a 10. So your job as a salesperson is to be able to identify where they're at to you, not to me, to you, and then know exactly what to do next. Now this is key. I call this the OneUp Method. And after you establish where that person is on the 10 scale, move them one level up. And by doing so, you are going to have full control of them because you built rapport and you've gone into agreement with them. And then you moved them one notch up. And what that does is allows you to control them because they agree with you, and people socially, and this is a fact, people socially tend to follow people that are a notch above them. They go, wow, I like what that guy's doing. I'm going to follow him. That's why you follow people on Twitter or Instagram. Usually there was something in their profile or something they said that you liked, and you want to be like that. So it's a key. It's huge. It's a social thing that everybody likes to survive at a higher level. Using the OneUp Method ensures that you can do that, but you have to be able to read people and you have to understand communication. Okay, if someone says something to you and you don't respond, that communication did not get returned. So therefore, you're not communicating with people. I'm going to talk about how to greet people professionally in future videos. But right now, I'm going to keep it simple. I want you to be able to understand the 10 scale and the OneUp Method. Okay, because when most people walk into a dealership or any retail establishment, for example, they're going to have a shield up. I call it the social shield. Okay, it's a social shield, and it's basically a sales filter that keeps you away from them. Your job is to go into communication with these people so you can understand their needs and their wants and be able to solve the problems that they have. So it's real simple. You have to be able to effectively communicate. 2 terminals, message out, message back. If someone walks in dressed in, say, a tank top, all tattooed up, just got off a Harley, and I go out there all proper and, hey, hello, you know, blah, 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 I'm not going to be in communication with that guy. I'm going to walk out very casually. Hey, welcome to the dealership, dude. What's going on? You know? Or if someone comes in a business suit and he's in a Mercedes store and he just gets out of his S550, that's the old body style, and he gets out, he's all dapper and looking sharp, you better be able to greet that guy the same way on the 10 scale that he is. He's probably going to come in at an 8 or a 9, maybe a little defensive because he's very educated, but you have to understand that and realize that you have to understand that he's looking for somebody just like him. And then you need to be able to move one scale up on the scale. One little notch up on the scale is going to help you move this guy into the sales process how you want him to be. You can control him through words, mannerisms, and actions. So keep that in mind. So when you get somebody with a shield up, a resistance shield, a sales filter, you need to be able to break that down. And how do you do it? You find where they're at on the 10 scale. If the guy's a 7, you want to find that, mirror it, and then move them one level up. It's real simple. How do you break that shield down? Here's the drill. 1 up, acknowledge his pain, acknowledge the pain, and then provide service. 1 up, acknowledge the pain, provide service. Real simple. So if you can do that effectively, whether you're in the greeting, whether you're picking out a vehicle, whether you're demoing a vehicle, if you're in the close presenting figures to this person, you have to understand this person's level on the 10 scale may change. Usually when people start talking about finances, they tend to pull back. They tend to quiet down. You need to recognize that, match that system where they're at, and then move them 1 up. It's simple. So someone could come in the greeting, they're on a 9 scale. Hey baby, hey, well, we're coming to the dealership, we wanted to check out the new car. Great. You know, then you move them up to a 10. By the time you get them through the demo, into the write-up phase, into the close, they might be down at a 6. If you don't recognize that and understand that and be able to effectively communicate with those people, you're going to blow your deal. So you have to understand these people, their moods, their mindset, it's going to change throughout a sales process. Your job as the salesperson is to effectively communicate with them, find where they're at, match it, move them up 1 up them. Acknowledge their pain. Oh yeah, I gotta buy a car, man. This really sucks. Let's just make it quick. You have to understand what's going on with that person. Identify the pain. Oh yeah, I know, it's really, you know, a lot of people have the same The same feeling, sir. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make it quick and simple for you, and we're gonna make this quick and easy and get you out of here as fast as possible. See, I matched his mindset, I moved him up one, and now I'm taking him where I want him to go, and he's gonna follow me. Real simple. So communication, it's huge. The 10 scale, learn it, develop your own. 10 being really happy, 1 being really sad. Find out where people are, and I'm gonna give you drills later on in future videos how to drill and understand and how to read people quickly and effectively. So you use the OneUp method. The sales shield, it's a sales filter. One-up them, acknowledge the pain and provide service. And that's how you do it. So as always, when I'm closing a customer, I always like to say, sir, imagine the possibilities. Peace.